FeedPlay can convert any text into interactive website elements and lead magnets into 30 plus languages. Now, this tool launched a few days ago on AppSumo, and I ranked this at the very bottom of tools to check out. But a few of you have asked me to do a review, so let's get to it. If you're looking for the best tools to grow your business, every week I update my private Notion doc of the must-have SaaS tools for digital entrepreneurs. Now, if you want free access to this Notion spreadsheet, just click the link in my description. Now, if you click on that second link in my description, you can shop my secret AppSumo vault where I list out all of my favorite AppSumo deals you can grab right now, including some of my most popular YouTube videos you can watch right over here. Now, you cannot access this page anywhere else besides the link below. Okay, so the way that FeedPlay works is you give it text and it'll turn that text into an interactive widget that you can share on social media and also embed on your website. Now, those interactive widgets are called guides. Now, if you click into feeds, you can view your guides right here. Now, I'm not exactly sure why this is called feeds right here, but up here it says all guides, and then it says unleash your creativity, create your guide. Not exactly sure why it says feeds on the left-hand side, but I guess this is considered a guide, okay? So I'm gonna click on edit. And as you could see, I already added chapters, but let me show you how you can create one. So to create a guide, let's click on add new. We need to name our guide. And unfortunately, this is the max length of the guide title. It says keep title and descriptions below 30 characters. Not exactly sure why I wanted my title to be this, but I could put it in the description. So I'm just gonna put it right there and change the guide name to PPC Mastery, then click on create. Okay, now we need to add chapters into our guide. So I'm gonna click on add chapter. I'm gonna add a title for the chapter, and for the thumbnail, it's optional. So I'm gonna leave it blank, then click on create. Okay, so we have our chapter, and you could see this looks like a play button. Now, when you click on it, you cannot play it or anything like that. It's actually an image, but you can't click into it or anything like that, which I think is kind of weird. Now, to edit the chapter, let's click here. And now we need to add our audio source. So this is the content that it will use to generate that interactive widget. So I'm gonna click on add audio source. So you have 4 ways you can add an audio source. You can drag and drop an audio file. You can import an SRT file here, record it with your browser right here and now, or import from an article URL or text. Now, I tried these 3 methods and they work perfectly fine. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna paste some text right over here. We first need to choose a language. So I'm gonna do English. Then we need to select our voice model. Now with FeedPlay, you can actually have the AI use your own voice. Now I'll show you how to do that in a moment. So here's my voice, but they have tons of other voices you can choose from. Now let me play just a couple of them for you. This is Alice.
Just trust yourself, then you will know how to live.
Now let me play a male voice, Eric.
Gratitude is riches, complaint is poverty.
So not too bad, right? So I'm gonna stick with Eric, and the type, it's gonna be a text, and I'm gonna paste my text right here, then click on import. Okay, so now we are back in this chapter overview. So I'm gonna go back into edit. So this is the text. Now let me play it for you.
Pay-per-click. PPC advertising is a digital marketing strategy where advertisers pay a fee each time their ad is clicked.
Now, if you click on this button, it'll fix the transcription. AI will format the content and fix spelling errors. Now, since I copied and pasted this text, I don't see how this is helpful. It could be helpful if you maybe upload an audio and the person who's speaking might not be speaking, correct grammar, things like that. I think that's how this could be helpful, but this will consume 10 credits. Now let me click on OK, and let's see what it does. Okay, so generating transcription using AI, and it says check again, transcription generated using AI. Let me click on refresh.
Pay-per-click. PPC advertising is a digital marketing strategy where
Okay, so I think it updated this. Not exactly sure how it's different. I guess my text was already pretty accurate to begin with, so it didn't really do too much. And then this is the transcription. So, okay, so we're in the transcription. You can add tags here. So tags are essentially timestamps from what it looks like. These are the various sentences in the transcript. I guess you can add a tag. And then languages. Now let's see what we could do here. So we can give it a name and the submit button text. So I assume this is how we can manually update the language of the submit button. Now if we click on add new language, I'm gonna try to do Spanish. So I selected Spanish, and there's tons of other languages you can choose from. And then the voice model, we could use my voice, and I'll show you how to create my voice in a moment, or your voice in a moment. And then there's these other ones. Let me just keep my voice just to see how that sounds. You can preview it. Actually, it says Ken's voice is required. Not exactly sure why. Let me click that again. Let me preview.
There is no greater harm than that.
Okay, that's not my voice. Use dub feature. If dub enabled, above selected voice model will be ignored, and output audio speakers will have same accent as original audio speakers. Let's see, click on add. Okay, so I guess I cannot use my voice. Let me use Alice's voice. Okay, I need to add a name again. Now let's click on add. Okay, so processing the file for transcription, translating transcription. So let's give it a few moments. Okay, so that didn't take too long. Let's hear it.
PPC Publicidad es a digital marketing estrategia, donde anunciantes pagar a tarifa cada tiempo su anuncio es hizo clic. Es a forma a comprar tráfico a su sitio web.
Okay, so that's pretty neat. It can translate your text into other languages and do the voiceover as well. Now, they don't have background musics to choose from. You actually need to upload your own background music. So just keep that in mind. And then if you click on download, you can download the audio or the transcription in these various files here. Now let me go back to transcription. Now I want to go back to the English version. Let me go click on chapters, click on edit. Okay, so now I'm back in English. Let me click on languages, Spanish.
Pagar por hacer clic, PPC Publicidad.
Okay, so I guess this is the Spanish one, but if I go back, no, I'm back at the edit. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of confusing. The UI UX is not that great. Okay, so what am I supposed to, okay, so generate cards using AI. So you can generate these interactive cards from this text. Okay, so let me click that. And this will generate different cards for this chapter based on the content of the chapter. It'll use 10 credits. Now let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so it says generating cards using AI, check again, cards generated using AI, refresh. Okay, not sure why I need to click it 2 times, but so these are the cards that were generated from this text. So it looks like it generated 2 images. Not sure how that's helpful. So this starts at 0 seconds. You can edit it, choose a different image. Let me see what other images I can find. Maybe if I type in Google, let's see what happens. So there are no Google images. It's using Unsplash. Let's try PPC. Okay, so these are more relevant. Let me just click on this first one. So I clicked on it, not sure what's happening. Let me click on update. Okay, so nothing's happening. Yeah, so for whatever reason, the image isn't updating, but the text is updated. So that's kind of odd. And also look at this. So there's other things going on here. So there's PPC advertising as a strategy where you pay for each click on your ad. So there's like a text card, handful of text cards, a link card, a link to buy a guide. This is the text from the actual transcript, key concepts, so many different cards here. So let me preview it for you.
Pay-per-click. PPC advertising is a digital marketing strategy where advertisers pay a fee each time their ad is.
So every time
It's a way to buy traffic
let me
to your website rather than
pause it.
organically. Platforms like
Wait, okay, it's paused. I had to click 3 times. So when I try to scroll up, it doesn't let me scroll up.
ads,
So
Facebook ads,
I'm
and
scrolling
big ads
up,
allow
but it doesn't let me
businesses
scroll up.
to display ads to users searching for specific terms.
And I'm trying to, so there's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on here, right? So I have no idea so this is the chapter lesson, and then an image, and then a link to Austin Distal. This text here, a link to this PPC advertising guide. Let me click on that. It's an example domain, a link to a example product. I can click on, that's cool. You could attempt to click on Spanish, but it's not working. Okay, I can't click on Spanish.
fitting certain demographics.
So yeah, I'm not sure how helpful this is, honestly. There's just so much going on. You could click on this to make it dark mode, if that helps, and you could exit. Let's see, so you could click and select all cards, delete selected cards. So let me select all cards. Okay, so all cards are selected. Okay, now I want select all cards. Okay, so how do I deselect all cards? Okay, so if I want to deselect, I need to uncheck every single card, which is a pain. I'm not going to do that. Let me select all cards and delete selected cards. Okay, so you could generate cards using AI, or you can click on any text. So say, for example, Google Ads, I guess that's how you do it. You select, and then you could add a card, any type of these types of cards. So for Google Ads, maybe I can add a URL and link to the Google Ads website. Okay, so I added the URL and it automatically populated the title, the source, and this preview image. Now, let me delete this title. It's too long. I'm gonna keep, I don't know what source stands for. This looks like the page description. So I'm just gonna click on add. So when Google is spoken, this card should appear, I assume. Unfortunately, you cannot select a phrase. You need to only select one word. So that's a little strange. Let's do maybe marketing and do an image. Let me type in marketing, search, and we could, maybe do this one. And let me click on add. Okay, so we have this photo here. And let's see what else. Let me highlight this last word and let's see. Let's do collect lead, add collect lead card. And so you just need to fill out this form here, and this is a preview on the right-hand side. So this is a lead card, and I can decide to pause the audio. Now let's click on add. Okay, so now we have an image, this link to the Google Ads website, and then a form to collect leads. Now let me preview it.
Pay-per-click. PPC advertising is a digital marketing strategy where advertisers pay a fee each time their ad is clicked. It's a way to buy traffic to your website rather than earning it organically. Platforms like Google Ads, Facebook ads, and Bing ads allow businesses to display ads to users searching for specific terms or fitting certain
Okay, so it just stops and get my Google Ad services, and let me fill out this form. Now let me click on get started. Okay, thank you, click OK, and that's it. So it's just that little pop-up. Let me click it again. So this is the little pop-up, okay? Okay, so that's how it works. So that is what it is. I don't think this is too, it doesn't really entice, it's not really exciting to me. So, okay, so that's it. And then, so you could visit the page. Okay, so this is the page.
PPC advertising is a digital marketing.
And it's interesting how it automatically plays the audio. I wish I could decide when to play it. And also there's these buttons here. I don't know what it does.
Strategy, where advertisers pay a fee each time their ad is.
I guess, I don't know what these buttons, these emojis are. So yeah, this is how the actual page looks like. And you can embed and share. So let me click on embed. I'm gonna copy the code. And so this is how it would look like on your web page, okay? So basically exactly the same as what you saw on the pop-up. So you can, play it.
Pay-per-click. PPC advertising is a digital marketing.
And then it just kind of scrolls to those cards, okay? And then you can click on these emojis for whatever reason. Yeah, so you could embed it, you can share it, and you can download this QR code, copy the link, and also share it across social media. Okay, and if you click on these three dots here, edit the settings of this guide. So this is the general settings. You can customize it even further. So the cover image, you can add your own favicon, the default text for the name of the cards, the tags, transcription titles, options to view the count, show captions. You can decide to display your social media channels as well, and also add links to podcasts. And in terms of integrations, it doesn't look like there are any integrations as of this recording. You can add your analytics code. You can also set up a password to use this guide, and also enable payment. And I believe the payment processor is PayPal, and I'll show you those settings in a moment. And then this is the thumbnail and the embed options, like customizing the embed colors. And this is the pop-up options as well. Okay, so that's how you create a, what is it called? A chapter in a guide. Okay, so
Pay-per-click. PPC advertising is a digital
wait, what's going on? Let me go back. Let's see. I'm going back. It's not, okay,
PPC
wait.
advertising is
Okay, for whatever reason, I'm clicking the back button, but it's not going. Okay, close. Okay. Anyways, so that's a guide, even though it says feeds. So I was playing with this 6 hours ago. Like the whole day I was on this tool. It doesn't seem like I'm really pissed off, but I was actually really frustrated creating this whole thing. You know, as I'm recording this, I already have used the tool, so it looks like I know what I'm doing, but it was really hard for me to use the tool, honestly. So these are the different chapters and a few things here. So I didn't like this thumbnail. I don't know why they selected that. It's so confusing. So I created my own and then I uploaded it. Now the dimensions is 16 by 9, okay? But for whatever reason, it's stretched. It doesn't look good. Now, if you want to change it, you need to click on edit title. Not exactly sure why it says edit title, but if you click on that, you can then upload a thumbnail. So a little confusing. And then if you click on edit, this is my my mastering SEO guide. This is the first chapter, what is SEO? And these are the various guides, or the, how do you call it? Cards for this chapter. And there's just very random guides that really don't make any sense. It feels like they just create random cards that just for the sake of it. So let me preview this for you.
Search engine optimization, SEO, is the process of improving your website's
See, I'm trying to scroll up.
search engines like Google.
I can't scroll up.
It involves optimizing content, structure, and links to ensure.
That's just a little, that's so much going on right here. So I, like, as it's playing the audio, you can't scroll. Like, it's very frustrating to kind of figure out what's going on because there's just so much in front of you, right? You have like this quiz, submit, thank you for your response. And then there's this yellow text with an image and then a link to different tools. Like, there's just way too much stuff and you can't even click on it. You need to click on the actual bullet radio button to select it. You know, I wish you could select the text. To go to the next chapter, you need to click on this button, attempt to click on it, and then you can go to another chapter. And
keywords are the foundation of SEO. They're the phrases people use when searching online.
So that,
keyword research involves using tools like Google.
So I recorded my voice and I uploaded it. So I just wanted to test how uploading my audio works, and you just heard it. This doesn't have any cards. Let me see, I can't click to the next chapter. So this one is on-page optimization.
SEO focuses on improving elements within your website.
So that's the AI voice. So that's how this whole thing works. Let me, and I don't know why the close is grayed out. It feels like I cannot click on it because it's grayed out, right? But I guess you could close it. Okay, so you're back here. and more. You could view, you could check out analytics, high-level analytics, and look at the leads. Now, in terms of the leads, I did, let me click on leads right here. The leads did come through. So you could collect leads from the guides. Okay, so now I'm in the leads section, but let me go back to guides, feeds. So that's how you can create your guides. Now, if you click on pages, you can create a stunning web page to showcase your guides. So this is one that I created earlier. So this is how it looks like. It's a page. They call it a stunning, quote unquote stunning, but this doesn't look stunning at all to me. So this is like an image you could put, the title, you can share it, and then you can add your guides right here. Let me click on it.
Search engine optimization, SEO, is...
So it just starts playing. So I don't know, I don't think the experience is that great. Let me go back.
Search engine optimization, SEO, is the process of improving your website's visibility on search engines like Google.
Hold on.
It involves optimizing...
Okay, so let me add a new page. I don't want to add a new page. I want to add a guide. Wait, okay, edit, go into this page, and then we can add a guide. PPC Mastery, confirm. Okay, so now we have 2 guides in this page. Now let me visit the page. So we have 2 guides. So now you can play this one.
Pay-per-click. PPC advertising is a digital market.
Okay, so you could do that. And this doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look good whatsoever. So that's that. That's the page. Now, if I go back to guides, you could also create playlists. So this is my SEO playlist. So if you view it,
search engine optimization.
Okay, so you could select your guide on the right and then learn from the chapters. You can select your guide from the left and learn from your chapters on the right. So let me edit and add another guide, my PPC Mastery Guide, and let me refresh this page. So now I have 2 guides in my playlist. So if I want to play the PPC Mastery one, click on Open.
Pay-per-click, PPC advertising.
And you could, do that, okay? And you can also create a sales page. So this is my sales page. You can view it.
Search engine optimization.
But let me edit it and see if I'm missing anything.
Search engine optimization, SEO, is the...
Let me pause that. Visibility, yes. Customize, colors, logo, SEO, the title, description, promotional content. Let me update this really quickly. Okay, I added the promotional content with the link text and the URL. Let me save it. Okay, so that's
engine optimization, SEO.
Okay, so that's the top part. And social media links, you can add social media links here. Let me save.
Search engine optimization.
Okay, so the social media links are at the bottom. We can add buttons. Now I'm just gonna say button text 2 for secondary button, button text 1 for primary button. Click on save, just so you can see.
Search engine optimization, SEO.
So you can add buttons like that, and guides for saving other data entered above. Please click save on top bar. So add or remove guides. Let's add. Okay, so it's only 1 guide at a time. So I'm going to stick to mastering SEO.
Search engine optimization.
Okay, now let me visit it.
Search engine optimization.
So this is the sales page. Okay, so you have your text here, a button to purchase, consume the guide, and then there's buttons here. So that's a sales page. Let me close the editor. And category page. So this is a category page. So you can create various categories. And for category 1, you can have a list of guides. For category 2, you can have a list of guides. And then for the AI Hub, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. Okay, so you can create a custom voice. So as you heard earlier, I recorded like a 1-minute audio of myself, and it'll use my voice to speak out the text in my guides, okay? So you just add your own voice right here. And let me play it for you.
Search engine optimization.
I think it was keyword research. See, I cannot click on the...
Technical SEO ensures your website performs well from a back-end perspective. Address.
So that's my voice. It doesn't sound too much like my voice, but so that's how it is, that you could choose your own voice. And dub content. So this one is interesting. So you can upload audio and then it'll translate it into another language. So I just uploaded a YouTube short from Neil Patel just to test it out. So let me play it for you so you could hear the English version. So let me click on this one.
If you want to rank for any term that's competitive, let's say auto insurance, there's already 1 billion results in the United States. Only a few 100,000 people are clicking. They're clicking on page 1. That means out of a billion.
Okay, so that was the original audio. And then you can translate it into another language. So I tried Spanish. Now let me play it for you.
If you want to rank for any term.
Actually, that's not it. So this is how it sounds like. I had to download it to my computer and let me play it for you.
Si quieres posicionarte para cualquier término que sea competitivo, digamos seguro de auto, ya hay 1,000 millones de resultados en los Estados Unidos, solo unas pocas cientos de miles de personas están haciendo clic. Están haciendo clic en la página 1. Eso significa que de más de 1,000 millones de artículos o páginas.
I don't know, it sounds really fast, right? I don't really speak too much Spanish, but I think it just sounds really fast. So, you know, take that as you may. But to show you the process, so you click on upload, and then for the source language, you could auto detect, or you can choose the source language. And then for the target language, this is the language you want to translate it to. Okay, so these are the languages you can translate the source language to. All right, and then you just upload your file and then click on upload. And that's it, okay? So that's how you can translate the voice into any language you want that's available. And then you could use it in a guide. So if you click on use guide, you can select your guide and you can select a chapter or create a new chapter. Let me click on measuring success. Let me go back here to my feeds and let me see measuring success.
Track your SEO performance.
Okay, so it's still English, languages, measuring success.
Si quieres posicionarte para cualquier término que sea competitivo, digamos seguro de auto, ya hay 1,000.
Okay, so that's how you can find the other language is by clicking on languages. Okay, so a little hard to get to, but after a while you'll kind of figure it out. And what else? Multi-voice project. I don't have a multi-voice audio, so I didn't get a chance to test this one out. Clean audio noise. This one, I'm not sure what it actually really does because I uploaded my audio, but it sounds exactly the same. I guess because my audio was pretty clean to start off with, so it didn't really do anything. I assume this is where if you have like a noisy background, it'll clear the audio from a noisy background. And then this is data, so you could view analytics for each of your guides, integrations. Let me click on add new. And for type, okay, so these are the integrations. So you have Zapier, which you can't see, but it's at the bottom. You have Webhook, VBout, Moosend, Make, Klaviyo, Active Pieces, Akumba Mail, and then you can just add your Webhook URL right there. So they do have integrations, but earlier in the video, I tried to find the integrations and it wasn't there, but in this integrations page, you could add your integrations and then you could view your leads here. And then for more, you could view your exports. So you can export videos, you can take a look at bookmarks, and you can customize as well. So you can actually have your own custom domain, which I added. So this is my subdomain here. So if I click on it, it goes into the agency side because I do have the agency feature for FeedPlay. I'll show you the agency stuff in a moment, but so these are the teams. You can invite people to your team and delegate access, specific access. And these are the settings, okay? So you can update your personal information, and this is the PayPal client ID. So I believe in terms of the payment processor, it's only PayPal. Default guide color, default guide analytics code, pronunciation dictionary. You can update your password and view the plan info. Now, since I have agency, if you click on access as agency, this is where you can basically sell this service. So you can invite users. I added a user right here. And for each user, you can give them specific limits, okay? So keep in mind that unused limits will be automatically assigned for your own usage. Okay, so this is I believe, my own usage, and this is the user's usage. Okay, so if you click on manage, you can select the limits for the teams, how many custom domains they can create, pages, playlists, so on and so forth. Now for settings, you can add your own name, logo, favicon, support email, email setup, domain setup. So I did add my custom domain right here. One thing to note is that for the agency, you need to add a root domain, not a subdomain. Okay, so you actually need to purchase like a unique root domain to white label FeedPlay. So just keep that in mind. And then some additional color customizations, and you can also update the login page style. Now let me add custom text in the footer just to show you. Now if I click on save changes, it says something went wrong. Not exactly sure why. Every time I try to add something to the login page, I always get that error. Let me try a custom CSS code. So I'm going to paste some custom CSS code right here, then click on save changes. And for whatever reason, it says something went wrong. Not exactly sure why. That's a bug. And you can jump to the different sections right here. And to just show you the login page, this is how the login page looks like. Okay, so it does show your logo. It does have your custom domain. And yeah, this is how it looks like. Let me try to change the background. Let me upload this image. Okay, so login background image. Click on, I believe, yeah, okay, so it's right here, save changes, and nope, something went wrong still. Let me go back here and let's see. Okay, for whatever reason, it is not refreshing. Okay, well, it didn't update the login page, so that's kind of unfortunate. And yeah, that's the agency side of things. So if you want to sell access to this, have your own white label, you can. And let me access as a user. Now you can change it to dark mode. Now, one thing I noticed is that the logo disappears in dark mode for whatever reason. If you go back to light mode, now at the same time, it doesn't have my logo, even though if you go to settings under general, this should be my logo, but it's not the logo when you access it as a user. So it could be a bug. Now you can grab access to FeedPlay starting at $19 per month, and it goes up to $79 per month. But FeedPlay is on a lifetime deal on AppSumo for a limited time, and license tier 1, its lifetime access is $79, and it goes up to tier 5 for $600. Now in terms of the white labeling agency branding kit reseller accounts starts at tier 4, but the custom domains starts at tier 3. Okay, so what are my honest thoughts on FeedPlay? So I was testing this out earlier today, and it was honestly really frustrating to use. The UI looks like it's from 2018. It's just hard to figure things out. So in terms of my pros, I put nothing, honestly. Cons, it's buggy and quirky. You know, for example, when I click on select all cards, I cannot unselect the cards thereafter. I need to manually unselect the cards in each chapter. Very frustrating and too many cons to count, honestly. So yeah, I don't know the value of this tool. Now, should you buy this? Yes, no, or maybe? Well, I say no, okay? So I feel like this tool feels like a gimmick. If you have never thought about adding a widget like this to your website to engage your viewers, I recommend do not spending 1 second considering this tool. However, if you've been looking for a new and novel thing to add to your website or share with your audience, you may look at this with caution. Now, I wrote this before recording, and I feel like this, honestly, I don't know how this is valuable. I don't know. Like this doesn't really, it's like not a valuable tool. And I'm being really honest here. I may not seem too like pissed off, but earlier today I was really frustrated with the tool. But as I'm recording this, I feel more calm, but I don't recommend getting this tool. If you want to check it out, feel free to check it out. It has four 5-star reviews, 5-star reviews, which is interesting, but feel free to check it out if you want to.